Hi guys, it's me Lina again. Welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you a lot for checking my videos out. Today I would like to talk about series, TV shows, and actually those series which kind of inspire me. Inspire me not in the way of like becoming a better person or maybe all those really important scenes and more deep scenes. It's those inspirations they are more down to earth, meaning that those series inspire me to maybe to improve my style and to kind of improve the way I actually choose my outfits. Yeah, it's a very maybe kind of very simple, easy scene, and also maybe it doesn't seem to be very important, but all those little scenes, all in general, they make our life better and they make us feel better or make us feel more comfortable with who we are. And I know it's maybe this video is more for girls because girls can actually find something interesting for themselves. And so I would actually wanted to start already my list of my other favorite series which inspire me in the way again to make my outfit better, to make my style better and all those things. So yeah, all those shows they have other deep actually problems solving in them, but for me it's just a pleasure to watch those shows and to enjoy it, to kind of be entertained by those shows or TV series. And well, I don't want you to think that there's nothing interesting in shows except of the way characters look or the way they are dressed. There are lots of really deep important information in them, except for me I just like watching it. I like to relax while watching it and to enjoy the view. Some of those shows are quite old and well, maybe you will find it quite strange, but anyway, I'll start. So one of my favorite show is Beverly Hills, and yeah, this is this one old Beverly Hills series which are already so old. I think they are quite older than me or around around that age. So in this show you can see lots of fashion of 19th. I mean like well, fashion which have been maybe popular, or those styles, those trends exactly, which were popular like many years ago, meaning like more than 20 probably, yeah, if I counted correctly. And you can think that it's not a big deal, that it's not very useful nowadays, but I can assure you that you can choose, you can see, you can actually get inspired by all those looks, all those outfits. And well, for me it's actually plays a big role sometimes in daily life or in kind of like some routine. It really inspired me, but so this show also teach you some relationships, um, maybe issues, or how to solve those issues. So it's not, of course there are more deep interesting scenes to watch in the show, not just the way characters are looking or the way they are dressed. For me it's just so iconic. I can't not share with you. I need it. I felt like I have to. And another quite simple show, and I think the creators quite same people, and the show's name is Melrose Place. It's also a very old one. I think it was created though after Beverly Hills. I'm not sure though. I feel like the plot has more lack of some structure than Beverly Hills, I'll be honest with you. But still, the way characters address their lifestyle, their sense of actually style. It's very nice, and I think you can get easily inspired, and maybe you can look for some ideas what to wear to certain maybe event for yourself, and you should check it out if you like, especially that kind of style. Maybe some kind of, I don't know, should I call it already vintage? I guess yeah, I can call it already kind of vintage. So those shows, they are so iconic, and those looks in shows, they are just beautiful. You should check it out. So if it comes to the show itself, I think I like Melrose a bit less, even though Melrose is more for more mature people, since Beverly Hills starting with you know, young people, meaning like teenagers. As always, they grow up during the show. Kind of, it shows also a period when they were in university already and all those things. But still, Melrose Place is about more mature people who already have their work. I mean, some career, and yeah, it's actually about people who already know who they are, or most of them do. So maybe if you are choosing between those two, I would recommend Melrose for those who are more mature people, or those people who like things like that. Another show I really got inspired by is Twin Peaks. Yeah, it might sound quite well, odd, but I actually like the way they. I know it's more like surrealistic show. Also, I would even find some elements of detective and thriller in it. Um, Maybe even there are like very cruel scenes or moments. Maybe not scenes, but moments. That's right. And yeah, it's difficult to say for the horror that it's inspire you in the way of style or look or something like that, but Twin Peaks actually inspire me a lot. I like how they made each character having its own really a personality, and each character is very personalized. I like how it's made like that. And yeah, actually like David Lynch's works a lot. And well, the show is very inspiring, and you, if you watch it or if you did, you will understand what I mean. Even if it comes to style, outfits, and all atmosphere, it's also very important when you a person who like aesthetic part, or maybe the person who likes the look. For me, it's very important. Actually, like you know, it's very pleasure. It's a big pleasure for me to watch something nice. So, if you're a person like that, you'll probably like this show. And of course, for those who like surrealism, or maybe some kind of like thriller or detective parts, you're gonna just love the show. Some mystery, there are lots of mystery, and some things are not quite understandable from the very beginning, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna like this beautiful show. The next show, which inspired me in sense of well, style, or in sense of look, or in sense of lifestyle, is a show called Gossip Girl. Obviously, if you hear about this show, you can understand this show is about rich young people, teenagers, and their lifestyle. And of course, there are lots of nice looks, meaning like outfits, which you would gonna try to maybe to actually try on yourself, meaning like to create something similar to those, or recreate, maybe to try to copy maybe. And I think it's okay sometimes to copy something very, if it's really something that great, you will want to look similar in some situations to some nice characters, or characters with a great style, and I don't think there is any bad thing about that. So actually Gossip Girl is more closer maybe to Beverly Hills, which I named before, because it's also about teenagers, about rich people, mostly, like Beverly Hills, it's Beverly Hills after all. And well, except that Gossip Girl is situated like, the actual show or the things happening in New York. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have been watching it kind of. Sometimes I rewatch it, but you know, just to um, just to get this inspiration. So what I wanted to say, it's quite similar. It's quite similar to Beverly Hills scenes about teenagers, about kind of rich teenagers mostly. Yeah, there are also not so rich people in it, and they still have very nice sense of style. So just check it out if you're a girl and if you're looking for some inspiration, because I know how it is. There is no need to copy any scene, and sometimes it's just impossible to copy any scene. You're not gonna, buy something like that, or you can't, or you can't buy something like that, for example. Or, well, there are different, scenes, but you know, still it's gonna inspire you. You're gonna get this perfect style for yourself, or maybe you're just gonna find some scenes, some few basic scenes which you would be able to wear in proper way, and maybe your style will become even more better, or you will just feel comfortable in your own skin wearing those scenes which really suits you, and not those which you think are nice but they don't really match your body type, or also also things like that. I mean, yeah, it's important to find yourself even if it just comes to clothes. Oh yeah. Okay, another show I chose for you as show which inspire me is actually have here written them down not to forget. It's called Dynasty, and this is a new show which have been, I think, released as the last year or something like that, close to that. Maybe I'm mistaken. Dynasty, so the new one, the modern one, not the old show. And it's also about lifestyle of rich people, but you should just those shows, if you're looking for some inspiration like me, it's just to make you entertain. You don't have to think and analyze everything too much. Just enjoy the show. Also, it's quite teach you about relationships. Like, all of those shows are quite actually good, and yeah, they're just great shows. Another show on my list is Pretty Little Liars. Yeah, it's quite a mystery detective show. There are some elements of drama, I would say, in it, and it's about young teenagers too. You can still get inspired, um, you know, of their style or sense of style. And my favorite character, I think, was Spencer and Allison, because Allison was a very manipulating person, and I quite like I quite like to watch it. I quite enjoy it. And Spencer is you know from very like influenced family, or kind of like, yeah, from nice family. And I quite like her sense of style, as I like to repeat it, or the way she used to dress the character. And well, the fact that her family is certain way, it actually has reflection on the way she is dressed all the time. I like the show a lot. You definitely should check it out. And the last show I really enjoyed is Riverdale. Those series made me think about some of things, like for example pins. I'm not sure how to call it in English, but I think I can show you. So here I have those scenes, because the character Cheryl is my favorite character. She and her grandma in the show, I mean, they used to wear lots of things like this, different, you know, and I thought it looks very aristocratic, very elegant, and I thought it would be a nice idea to try it for me. I mean, I was very excited to try it too. So as you understood, my favorite character in Riverdale is Cheryl. Also, you will get this pleasure of watching this show. This visual key, as I like to repeat also to this word, is beautiful. You'll get some aesthetic pleasure, and also there are elements of detective. Also, I'd say drama. Some moments are quite cruel, even, I'd say. But there are so many characters which inspire me. Every scene is looking very beautiful. The locations, atmosphere, even nature, and all actors are very good looking. Even those who are, you know, playing bad characters, they are still just incredible. So if you would like to know about Beverly Hills, because when I was talking about this series, I didn't mention my favorite characters and in Beverly Hills, so I'm back to the first one. TV show I really like on my list, Beverly Hills. So my favorite characters were Donna and David when I was a kid, but now I quite like Kelly, Donna and Brandon. Brandon is a very positive person, meaning in the way he's trying to do everything right. That's the person I want to be, you know. I mean, I think that's what all of us should try to be. And Kelly, she's a person with a kind of maybe bad past, but she is becoming just a better person. She's evolving, and it's very inspiring me in a very good way. So remember, those shows are not just about style and clothes and rich life or all those things. It's also about how to maybe how you can always change, how you have always hope to become someone you want to be, or maybe how you should follow some of your you should do what you think is right, and meaning like you should always think about what you think is right and do it that way you think it will actually be right for you in the future. So that's how Brandon is in this show. Those are my favorite characters in Beverly Hills. In Melrose Place, I have a favorite character, but the character is not main. I forgot her name, but her second name is Armstrong. So just a spoiled, rich lady. She has a small actually period in the show, meaning like she actually, well, I don't want to spoil anything for you. But this actress who is playing this character, my favorite in Melrose Place, she's her name is Wade. So she was playing in Sex in the City. Yeah, is that right? And her character in the Sex in the City was Charlotte. So I remember her also last name, Davis. Well, that's if you're curious. There is no much, you know. Right, Christine Davis. That's, yeah. I think I actually like her facial expressions all the time. The actress, I don't know. I quite like those actors which have their facial expressions very good, kind of shown. I think it's important for actors, and it's not good for you to have this still face, you know. Yeah, that's my little opinion. Maybe I shouldn't be like that. About Dynasty, it's difficult to say who is my favorite character, but I'd say the lady who is married to the rich guy. Crystal, it's her name. She's very good looking and she's very smart too. She's quite genuine and very, yeah, I like her. And in Twin Peaks, it's difficult to say I like the character of forgot. So Carl McLachlan is the actor who was playing this character, if it will help. And also whom I like the lady. But I'm not gonna say because I don't want to mistake something. To be fair, yeah, I don't want to say like the name and then it won't be it will be wrong. And I remember something about her, but I'm not quite 100% sure. Don't want to spoil anything. So just saying, in Pretty Little Liars, I think I mentioned. So you don't really have to know about my favorite characters in those shows. It's just a recommendation for you if you want something to inspire you about some shows which will really bring you this feeling of changing something in even some very simple things like your wardrobe. It will give you the feeling that it's easy to change something in the way you want it to be. Even if you don't have much resources, you still can do it. And you know, those little things, they make our life better, they make our life brighter, and they add some colors to our life. And sometimes we really need it, especially when we have lots of actual issues, but we need to focus on something little, like even changing your wardrobe. Sometimes, believe me, it's a nice therapy to think about some very simple things or maybe some small things in your life which you can see don't really play a big role in our life. It depends, in all situations it's different, and I can agree that in some situations you wouldn't care about your wardrobe much. But all of us are very different people, and I think some of you which more person like or people like me, you would find it helpful because yeah, it's nice sometimes to concentrate on something which is far away from your issues, really important things, and just think what I'm gonna wear to this event, or what should I wear even to work tomorrow. If you have time for it, why not to do it? So if you would like me to rate those shows, I will do it with a pleasure, and I'll have here written those my list of my favorite shows which inspire me again. And I'll start with Beverly Hills. So Beverly Hills I would definitely rate with 9 stars out of 10, because these shows actually teach you about some, it actually teach you some life lessons about relationships, or about how it's better. It's not like how you should act, it's about how in some situations it's better to act to make everything okay, not to make your life difficult. Yeah, 9 stars, so it definitely deserves it. Melrose Place, I'll be honest with you, in the end of this show, in like very last seasons, I felt like creators have some already issues with creating new episodes. They had kind of lack of fantasy. I don't want to say it, I still love the show. I wouldn't recommend it, you know. It has lots of nice scenes in it and lots of different things happening. Very dynamic show. Believe me. Yeah. Like, it's not very smooth. So you're gonna like it if you like types of that shows. And I would rate it with 7 stars out of 10. Still love it, definitely love it. So next show I'm gonna rate it will be Twin Peaks, and I definitely give it 9 stars. It totally deserves it. It has each character created very with the soul, I would say. We say it like that, and I can feel it that yeah, each character has its own personality, and it's very thoughtful how it was created. I love it. So yeah, how much did I say? 9 stars. Yeah, 9 stars out of 10. Then we have well, I'm just thinking which one should be first. So let's start with Gossip Girl next. Gossip Girl I would rate with 8 stars out of 10. To be fair, I didn't like, well, I don't want to spoil any, sorry. So there are some moments which I wasn't very happy with, but yeah, I'm just a viewer. You know, I was enjoying the view. Actors, you know, some people, some actors in this just give me this smile, you know. I think it's very sometimes important how the cast is very important, how they chose those actors. They made a great work. It totally deserves all 8 stars, maybe some tiny bit more, but no, 8 stars it will be. Yeah, okay, the next one would be Pretty Little Lies. Pretty Little Lies. Pretty Little Liars I would rate with 7 stars out of 10, and I would give it more, but I was very disappointed how it ended up, meaning the end of it was very disappointing for me. I wouldn't expect that this person was the A, and makes no sense totally. Still, show is very beautiful. Lifestyle of those characters, you know, something inspiring. There are lots of detective moments, something maybe you wouldn't want to live in your you wouldn't want to experience those scenes in your own life, but it's very exciting. So I quite like it. Then we have Dynasty show, and I would give it 7 stars out of 10, but some people might like it way more. I'm just watching it to see nice clothes, to see some inspiration, and to see how they interact with each other, I mean the characters. And the last show, what was it? Riverdale, is it? Yes, so Riverdale, this time, today, I give it 9 stars out of 10. I love the picture of it. I think in my previous video I gave it 8 stars, I'm not sure now. But yeah, the plot is some things they don't really match, I'll be honest, but we are now talking about the visual key part and about the picture, meaning about I'm talking about nice locations, beautiful actors, nice maybe clothes, you know, outfits, looks, and it's important in this case. So hope you enjoyed my video, not very small one video, and I really hope that it will help you. Maybe you're gonna actually choose to watch some of those shows. And guys, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you soon.